Since I had to split all that wood into the trailer by myself, if you thought I was going to unload it by myself, you are like that one guy in that one song. You got another thing coming. Start that all over. The boiler wood that I split in the last video, I wanted to get put up under this shelter over here before it started snowing. Unfortunately, as you can see, that didn't happen. And it is now snowing, but I got a little help with me. We are going to get the trailer unloaded down in here under cover. Although this shelter is kind of looking like the snow load may be causing it to have some structural damage. I wanted to get a bunch of it stacked up down there to kind of hold it up. And I'm thinking that if this thing were to collapse, I would be more qualified to get this off of you instead of you getting it off of me.
Yeah.
So I think you should climb up in there, or climb down in there, and I'll toss you a few pieces and we'll stack them up there. So you may not be thinking it's very efficient to be taking these pieces and handling them one more time just to throw them on a pile over here under the shelter. However, the Department of Woodyard Efficiency would disagree with you, because we are getting this wood put up for future use, and so handling it one more time is irrelevant, because it's going to keep it out of the snow, it's going to keep it out of the rain, it's going to be over here for the next year and a half, and because the other reason is this is just how we do it. So we are separating out the bundle wood from the boiler wood as we as we're going through these pieces. But this thing is looking like the snow is definitely weighing it down.
What, are we gonna dig through all this? No.
No, that's all on the bottom. We don't have to worry about that. And you may be thinking that this is also, like I mentioned earlier, just a waste of efficiency by touching this wood again and then having to touch it again to get it out of there. But I would rather not have all of this stuff from the box wedge mixed into the pile. Keep it clean, and that way when we do pull it out, I think it ends up seasoning better too. And it's not such a mess later on. And maybe we won't have to climb up in there. Be nice to just get some that are kind of supporting it.
Why are you just tossing them to me? Throw them in here?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I keep hitting the top of that. There's a little piece. Ha! No better way to spend a snowy afternoon. I thought you were throwing that towards me. There is an extra touch.
I was gonna say, now we're touching it again.
The dough, the Department of Woodyard Efficiencies
Oh my God.
is not going to be happy when they see this video with all the touching of the wood. It must be done. Ah.
What's all this scrap for?
There's a lot of scrap in here from the past few splitting sessions.
What are you gonna do with it
I've
all?
been waiting to burn it, clean it up.
All right.
Put a few pieces up in here. Yeah, this thing I think is.
That's gonna be there forever, ain't it?
It does a lot. It does a lot better when there's wood holding it up. All right, that's good. So we got a little bit added to the pile over here and filled in underneath the redneck shanty. Oh, we do not have any structural support right there. Yeah, this thing is without the wood underneath. So like on that one, you can see that the wood holds everything up. And without the wood underneath this thing, getting the snow on it has kind of put a little sag into it. So again, this is all wood for future boiler wood. Probably next year, late end of the season next year is when we'll get to it. And the trailer is full of a bunch of scraps now, but this is just the stuff this is why I don't run like right off of why I don't bring the splitter over here and just run right into this pile. Eventually I might end up doing that. I don't know, I just prefer to have a nice clean pile, and I prefer to keep all of that stuff out. Eventually, I will probably end up doing something different than these things were meant to be just a temporary shelter for like a year or two. And I think it's been like 2 or 3 years now. They're still holding up somewhat, so I'm just gonna keep using them and just keep filling in this bend right down the line. And then once I get this all filled in, by that time I should have used up all of this wood, although it would make more sense to just continue and fill in this gap right here. We'll see what happens. So I wasn't expecting it to start snowing as early as it did today, and luckily Amanda was home. She was not here when I split this wood, so since she was home, I said, let's go out there quick and get that wood unloaded because I didn't want to let it sit out. It's supposed to snow tonight and then again tomorrow. I just thought that the snow was going to end up starting tonight, not starting this afternoon. Well, what can you do? Anyway, that is going to do it from the snowy and cold wood yard. We'll see you tomorrow night on the Back 40 Friday Night live stream at 8 p.m. Central. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool. Woo! So it wasn't live stream. The ladies are hanging around. Since I had to split all that wood into the trailer by myself, if you thought I was going to unload it by myself, you are like that one guy in that one song. You got another thing coming. Start that all over.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night.